Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, my friend Gino. How you doing? Sorry I had to cancel yesterday, but I had a great round of golf. We'll get together next Friday for sure. Today I have a lot of things on my screen here because I'm going to, or I think I'm going to attempt to try to combine piano, guitar. Really, it's more of a music lesson. And it's inspired by this chord progression you see here. You know, you'll recognize this. Um, and here is, here, let me move this up. You can capture the chords. Let me play a little bit of it for you. Just beautiful. It's just a beautiful progression, you know, you can really feel that. You can really get into the mood of that. But I want to discuss it from a theoretical standpoint, um, and let's take care of my piano playing friends. I know you guys are looking in. So, if you play keyboards and you haven't looked already, just subscribe and fish through my videos. I don't know, about a year or so ago, I put ways to voice these chords on the piano. Before I get into that, first of all, what key are we in? We're in key of, excuse me, B flat. Flat is 4, F is 5, G is 6, A is 7, and B flat is 1 again. Stay there until you know that chord. So if I said a 3, 6, 2, 5, then you would go try to point out what I'm doing in my left hand, what I'm doing in my right hand, a little bit here. But if you want a much more in-depth treatment of that, go find videos where it says piano lessons for the intermediate. For you beginners, I got you too. I got you out there. I love you beginners out there. We need to put together a video series for you. Now, whether you play guitar, piano, the bazoo, I don't care. Your ear needs to file this a certain way. So let's take the first chord we see on the screen there. That's a D minor 7. We're going to wipe that out. I'm going to play a D minor 9. Just like this. Here's 2 Ds in my left hand, and that's my right hand chord right there. So I'm going to hold it so you can copy it down if you need to. That's a D minor 9. These are easy to play because when I go to the G7, my left hand shifts to G, but my right hand, this note just shifts over here. Now I have a G13. So, work on that. That really is a 2-5 in the key of C. Well, I thought you said we were in the key of B flat. Well, that G7, it's normal, especially in the jazz world, to weave in and out of keys. But that G7 becomes a secondary dominant, sets up that C minor. So if we work backwards, our main target is that B flat chord we see in bar 3. And you can see it's preceded by a 2-5-1. That's pretty normal. But you know, jazz people are always looking for new sounds. Well, what could set up a C minor? Some kind of G chord. That happens to be a G7 sharp 5 sharp 9. And it sets up C minor. Well, what sets up G7? Well, D minor does. So you can see the theory of how this progression got put together and why it sounds so logical, even though that D minor and G7 do not belong in the key, but they're setup chords. So D minor to a G. Now you could put them in the key if you think of it like a 3 chord, but a 3 chord naturally in the key. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so 3 chords are minor, but the 6th chord that would be also, let's say if we stayed in the key, we would have something like a D minor to a G minor, then we'd have a C minor to an F7. But that's not as satisfying. It doesn't give you that roller coaster, minor, dominant, that kind of roller coaster effect. This is why we see a D minor, G7, C minor, F7, B flat. Now you notice it just keeps repeating. There it goes. It does it 3-4 times until it gets to bar 7. Now it does a D minor, G7, C7, and it hangs there for a minute. And now you got a C minor. Now in bar 8, C minor F7 is what we call a unresolved progression. C minor, F7. Now you're sitting there waiting on B flat to show up, but it never does. It's unresolved. Now we're going to go right back here. So in bar 8, you know, if you just use street language, it just left you hanging there. It's a C minor, F7. Now your ear says, well, where's the B flat? But it never shows up. It goes, instead of going to the 1, it goes to the 3. A substitute chord. Now we're right back where we were before. To a 1 chord, bar 11. And it does it again and again and again and again. Now there's a bridge to this in bar 17. G minor, G minor. Now we have an E minor 7, flat 5. You can see how I'm voicing that on the piano anyway. To an A7. I can go here. There's an A7 sharp 5 sharp 9. Then you gotta repeat. G minor. This time we got a G minor to a C7. C7. Then we got a G minor to a C7. Can I play the C7 sharp 5 sharp 9? No. No problem. We learned all that. If you like that chord, go back and look at those videos on intermediate voicings for the piano. Now we got in F7, some kind of F7. Now we're gonna take it up. Here's that G flat 7, back down again. So that's this. Ba, ba, ba. So if you need to capture those voices, here's a G flat 7, here's an F7. So that creates a little bit of excitement. Now, in bar 25, we're back at the top again. Now you see I'm playing around with the voicings, you know, in playing individual melody notes. You can do that on the piano or a guitar. In other words, you don't have to play block chords. I am playing a lot of them because I want you to capture the chords, but I don't have to play it like that. I can go. Okay. Once you understand the structure and how the song is put together, particularly those of you who are working on your ear, I would strongly suggest that you say and play like this. 3, 6 dominant, 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 6, 2, 5, 3, 6, and a 2 dominant. And we got a 2, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. You say, well, why am I doing that? It sounds like, make sure you close the door, nobody hears you. It sounds like an idiot. Why am I doing that? Because your ear is called association. Your ear will start associating a sound with a chord progression. If you do that for a while, you'll hear songs on the radio. You say, oh, how nice. It goes a 2-5-1 or a 3-6-2-5 or 1 sharp 1 diminished 2 or whatever it is. Because to get it out of your brain, you got to put it in your brain a certain way. And the best way, at least I know, that doesn't go into these crazy quizzes and ear training drills, is just say and play. 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. That happens to be in the key of B flat. What if I changed the key? And maybe I changed it to C. All right. 3, 6, 2, 5. Now I'm in the key of C. 1. In other words, the numbers sound the same. Just the key changed. And for those of us who like to play by ear a little bit, it is a tremendous advantage when you can hear things coming or you hear you can recognize. But in order to recognize, you have to be able to call it by its name. And like I say, best way I know how to do that is say and play. Pick any song. Pick any song. Pick Misty. That's the 1 chord. Oh, now we got a 2-5-1 to the 4 chord. That's how I think in numbers. But in order to think in numbers, you got to file the numbers in, and then your retrieval process will be a lot easier. Okay. All right. So now, hey Gino, this is for you. All right, taking care of all the piano people. I sent you a little arpeggio sheet like this. And what I'm going to do just for the next few minutes is to get you just started on this. This is one of those sheets we'll just refer back to. So now I need my guitar here. So let me grab that. See if I can scorch it around all these microphone cords and get myself all situated here. Isn't it interesting that if it's a chord somewhere, it will find another chord and wrap itself around? This is amazing. I think chords have brains. And now I need to adjust my camera a little bit here. Hold on just 1 second. There we go. Okay. Here's how I want to approach this arpeggio chart. We're going to add it to things that we've already worked on. So this this arpeggio sheet I gave you happens to be G. So, but they're all movable. It could be any old key. We just happen to pick G. So this is G, 6th string, 3rd fret. Let's play up major scale there. That's a 2-octave G scale. You can play that on, as long as you can play that in B flat. That's the corporate. You can play it on any key you want. So. Throw the 9th in, you can. Now, you associate that position. So eventually, we're going to get to 5 different positions, just like we did on pentatonics, just like we did. Yeah. Today we're just going to talk about one position. But watch the process, because the process is going to be the same no matter what position we go to on the neck. Now, first thing, play a major scale. Okay? Now, at the top, you're going to associate this position with this chord here. That's a 1, 7, 3, 5 major, that's a G major chord. And if you look at the black dots up there on your sheet, you can see a 1, there's the 1, right? There's the 7, there's the 3, and then on the B string, there's the 5. You can do. Okay, a little bit more. Associating this position with this particular major 7 chord. Now I know we know sexy chords, we know 9ths and 13ths. We can play that if we wanted to. We can play this if we wanted to. But right now this is not about chord voices. So we're going to stick with the regular old major 7 chord. And we're going to glue it together in this position with this scale. A little bit of the scale, and the chord. A little bit of scale, chord. Scale, oops, chord. haven't gotten to the arpeggios yet. We're just grabbing what we already know, and we're just applying it to this position. What pentatonic goes to this position? Now we're in the key of G, so that would be an E minor an E minor pentatonic. So that would be this. Right? Now, G major pentatonic and E minor pentatonic are the same notes. Anytime I think pentatonic, I just think about the Temptations and My Girl. I got sunshine. So that pentatonic shape is going to be associated with this chord. So we're going to do the same thing. Little pentatonic, chord, pentatonic, chord. 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 So in this position, we have not changed positions. Now we know major scale. And we also know, it depends on what you want to call it. You want to call it a minor pentatonic, a E minor pentatonic, or G major pentatonic. Now, the thing we have to add is the right arpeggio for this shape. And here it comes. 1, 3, 5, 7, 1. And it's listed for you right at the top of the first sheet. 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7, 1. I like to throw the ninth in, it just sounds good. That pentatonic shape is associated with this chord. They blew them together. Little arpeggio, chord. Now, we know lots of ways to play a G major chord, and we're going to associate different pentatonic, different major scales there. So we're doing what you call position playing. So we're in this position, and under our fingers, right here, what's available to us without moving around. When you watch, and I am in no way consider myself a professional musician. I'm just a fledgling amateur who likes to share. That's all I am. But when I watch the pros, the ones that are on stage, and the Norman Browns of the world, it amazes me how much music they make, and they're barely moving at all. I say, well, how do they do them? It looks like a track behind them or something. Until I figured out they know what is available right where they are. They don't have to be flying all over the place. So, I'm going to go back to the backing track we had before in a minute. But here is your practice. So we're not going to worry about this position, this position, this position. We know there are 5 of them. We're just going to stay right here in this position, what we call second position. We went up, major scale, let's come down pentatonic. Now let's do an arpeggio. Maybe let's come back down major scale. Let's go up pentatonic. Let's come down arpeggio. Every bit of that is associated with this major chord. Okay, so work on that a good 3-4 days, a week or so, until you got this position nailed down. Now I'm going to go to the backing track, but in order to do that, I'm not in the key of G on the backing track. I'm in the key of B flat. Fine. Instead of G, let's slide down here to B flat. Let's play a B flat major scale. Let's play a pentatonic. Let's play a arpeggio. Now, in that position, we're ready to go to work. Let's put our backing track on. Let's see what we can do. Now remember, this is a nice, intimate ballad, so you don't want to be flying around on this ballad. You want to be delicate with it, but now you have material to work with. We're going to stay in this position and see what happens. Arpeggio. Pentatonic. Major scale. Arpeggio. Pentatonic. Major scale. Arpeggio. Arpeggio. Major scale. Pentatonic. Arpeggio. Major scale. Pentatonic. Now, that was an attempt at improvisation against that backing track. Certainly, The pros know the chords. They do improvising one chord. They improvise this, and then C minor, they got a C minor scale, and F7, they got an F7 scale, and B flat, they got a different scale. Okay, that's too much for me. I'm not at that level. But I can get by. I can get by. I guess it didn't sound that bad. I don't have to be switching scales every time a chord goes by. If I can turn my ear on, and I got some material under my fingers to work with. Is it everything? No, but it's pretty good. I got a major scale to work with. I got a pentatonic to work with. And I got an arpeggio to work with. With those three things, I can get through this song. Now, the only real spice to add to that is chromaticism. So let's say I'm playing an arpeggio. Right, here's a B flat major arpeggio. Now, any one of those notes can be preceded, if you know how to deal with the rhythm, a half step lower or a half step higher. So I can go, instead of going, I go, right? I can go. Any one of those notes can use chromaticism, but I wouldn't worry about that for now. If you're just learning these arpeggios, let the chromaticism come later. Now, in this position, we have a B flat major. Here is typewriter. Now, make music out of that. Get rid of throw the typewriter away and go. Just doodle around, go up, go down, go around, stay, repeat, that kind of stuff. Same with the arpeggios. There's this typewriter, but throw the typewriter away and make music out of that. Chromaticism on that. Here's chromaticism. That was pentatonic. Let's do an arpeggio. I love that little lick right there. Look, da da da. I'll just wail on that. And you'll find little ditties, little licks that you like. This one down here gives your little finger and your third finger a little workout. Chromaticism there. But make sure you got it with no chromaticism first. Then you'll start throwing, bake the cake first and then put some icing on it. But if you don't have the cake, icing's not going to be that good. The last thing I'll mention, and then I'm out of here. a lot of music is both rhythm and dynamics. I don't know how to teach that. You just gotta listen to music. I mean, why did I play this loud and this soft? I don't know. I just heard it that way. You think of your instrument like a singer. Nah, I do like that little lick. Why didn't I go? Because that's just not musical enough for me anyway. It's musical enough to learn, but eventually you're gonna shape the sound like you would. Doesn't matter if you're playing horns, violin, it doesn't matter. Eventually dynamics are gonna come into play. Now in classical music they'll tell you how loud to play it, but not in this music. Why did you play this loud instead of that loud? I don't know. Your heart tells you that. Your ear tells you that. So, since you know you need a variety in a guitar that's coming from your right hand mostly, since you know you need a variety of dynamics, same scale, different dynamics. Let's take pentatonic. Here's typewriter. I didn't change the dynamics at all. Now play with the dynamics. Loud and soft. Soft, little louder, soft. Loud, soft, loud, soft, loud, soft, loud, soft, loud. I have no idea how you teach that. You just gotta feel it. You gotta feel that, and in order to feel it, you gotta put your backing track on and play with it. The other thing I know, I said that was the last thing, is spacing. Phrasing is what they really call it. That's a phrase. That's nobody even talks. Playing music is like talking. If you're a motor mouth like me, then you're gonna play like this. Problem is, your audience can't eat it that fast. They can't digest it like that. So they want a phrase. Your audience wants a phrase. See, they can eat that. Let them chew that for a while. Swallow that. The audience also likes familiar. So let's say a phrase, a hook, could be anything. It could be, let's say there's your hook. Da, da, da. A hook is only something that you're going to come back to. Went away from it, now I'm coming right back. Let me put the backing track on and let's develop that hook. So the hook, remember, is this. That's the hook. Go away. Little space, let's come back to the hook. Let's go away from it. Let's come right back to it. Hook. Go away from it. Let's come right back to it. Alright, hopefully this video, a little bit long, we're at 40 minutes now, hopefully it helps you Couple things I wanted to accomplish. Well, number one, I wanted to give my piano playing friends voicings to voice on these chords, right? And my main man, my good friend Gino, oh my goodness, just love this guy. Now we can work on arpeggios. We started up here with G, but then we just transposed it down to B flat, put our backing track on, and away we went. In the next video, we're going to take the same process to a different part of the guitar and find that arpeggio and then find that pentatonic. I think you know all 5 pentatonics, so we're just going to glue a major scale to that and an arpeggio to that, and off we go. Have a fantastic day, everyone. Hope everybody's staying safe, healthy, and sound, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.